Hey guys, I know I promised you a vlog. If you saw my last video yesterday, the one about the crack in the cars and stuff. Sorry if my lighting's a little weird, a little goofy. It's like almost 9 o'clock here. 9 o'clock p.m. East Coast. In the winter too, if you're watching this at a later date. But I'm just using the background lights of the filming studio. My bureaus are still dirty, still cluttered with cars and stuff. But yeah, college. So I know I said I was going to talk about how it went, and I did do good. It was just there was a lot of heartache, a lot of hard work with a lot of heartache. My first Spanish video, I got a 68 on, which is a D. About 2 more points, I would have had a C minus. So, that was really hurtful. That really hurt. But my mom said, and this is one thing, and I know all you guys, I gotta thank all you guys who watch my videos regularly and been giving me support through all this. My mom said, sometimes you don't really learn unless you fail. So that's something that I think a lot of people don't keep in mind, and that's something that I think a lot of us do need to keep in mind. It's Diet Pepsi before y'all say anything. Hold on. There you go. I don't do that in my videos anymore. But no, so yeah, it was a lot of hard work, and that's why I seemed so not me, This is me now. I mean, I'm not kicking at 100%. I'm not firing on all 8 cylinders. I mean, I still got worries and stress and pressure like most of you, or heck, I'll say all of you. But just keep that in mind, It's always the darkest before the dawn, There's got to be a little bit of rain before a rainbow. All those corny sayings. There is some truth to them. And that's pretty much what I wanted to talk. Pretty much what I wanted to say. I didn't really go out and try to find a lot of inspirational videos or anything to try and get me through. I was just trying to push through, and it was hard. There was one day I just got overcame with emotion. Tried to call my mom, let her know that I was going to come home late in about 3 days. Tears just started rolling out of me. I couldn't keep control, and blood just started shooting out of my nose. Which, as bad as that sounds, it's actually kind of common for me. So, but the blood part, not the crying, trying to talk to my mom. But, people were seriously worried about me. There was a huge change in me. So, and the reason I make this video is not to say I got through it or I did this or that. I just make this video trying to tell, everybody out there, stuff does happen, and, things do get better. As corny as that sounds, things do get better. I'm not the luckiest of people, but my luck isn't that bad either. I've had a lot of opportunities come my way. I've had a lot of trials and tribulations. But, I mostly want to thank you guys for just keeping me together, keeping me in there. I'd escape, just plug in my headphones and watch your guys' videos. A lot of the customizers, it was something to get my mind off of school. Because currently I can't really customize as much as I'd like to. Well, ideally I can't customize as much as I'd like to, but right now it's come to a halt because, paint cans say 50 degrees where I live. We had 70 degrees on, or 50 degrees on Christmas, and that was cool, but it was with my family. I couldn't customize, I was doing stuff. So, and then lately it's been like, 35, 45. I do a little bit of painting in the shed, but I figure my shed's about 10 degrees warmer than the air temperature, so, I gotta wait for a 45-degree day, and that's gotta be on a Saturday. So, and that doesn't happen very much because I go to school 5 days a week. This week I'm going to school 6 days a week because I've got a final on Saturday that I'm going to study for. So, what I'm really trying to get at is that, not everything in life is easy. College, for me, it's not what a lot of people told me it was going to be. A lot of people are like, you'll do well, you'll go far, it'll be one of the better experiences of your life. And, a lot of people said that was true, and in some ways, yes. My first semester, no. My second semester, yeah, I made the Dean's List. My third semester, made the Dean's List again. My fourth semester, which was a winter course, I didn't make the Dean's List, but I got an A in the course. Because it was a winter semester, it was an English course. I'm not sure if you guys, those who know me, know I'm pretty well. I'm a pretty good speaker. I'm an okay writer. I can write well enough to pass. And none of this is scripted, guys. This is all just coming off the top of my head, if you can't tell. But yeah, and that's kind of where it stopped. The next semester, my fifth semester, I got all B's, which I'm not complaining. It was good, but there was a lot of stuff on my mind. I took a science course that I was worried about passing, and I took some easier courses like history of rock, intro to film, and that's where I learned about, a lot of the camera techniques I used, the lighting. Mostly the lighting paid off. It's also bad when I go to the movies and I can explain a lot of stuff that people don't usually get, but, But, again, not my best semester. The last semester I just got there. Not really my best semester, I passed. I got a 2.6. I didn't make the Dean's List, but, I'm happy that I passed, that I don't need to get through any of those classes anymore. And that's one thing I find myself telling a lot of people. I'm a junior in college. I go into classes with sophomores and freshmen, and I basically tell them, hey, a lot of them are worried about GPA, which, okay, yeah, we're all worried about that. You want to pass, you want to do well, you want to do well enough so that you can get a good job when you come out of college. But, what I find myself saying is, hey, did you pass the class? Do you have to retake the class? And, they're like, yes, I passed the class. So I go, that's all that matters, That's it. That's everything that matters. You passed your class. You did fine. And some people are going to say, I'm pretty sure, depending upon how big my audience is this time, that that's not a great way of thinking. That's not. Well, nobody goes into classes saying, I just want to do adequately enough that I can just pass and do the bare minimum. Nobody says that. People who really put forth a lot of effort and value in their education are going to say, I want to do the best. And I've set goals for myself, too. I've set letter grade goals, which sometimes I've achieved, yes. Sometimes I haven't achieved. So, But that's that. Another thing that's going on with me now is, it's winter. I can't really get out, and I see a lot of my friends hanging out. A lot of my friends and a lot of people that I consider my friends have kind of not really an alternative lifestyle, but kind of alternative deals with their life. So, one of my friends has a job, and that's it. He's younger than me, has a job, doesn't come home and spends about, 3, 4, 5. I've spent about 6 hours at most on school. On school work for one class when, and they tell you about the average time is 7 hours. So, do I feel a little bit lucky? Yes. That I've only spent so many hours, but yet I'm in a class for about an hour and 45 minutes. So in theory, I really am spending, about 4, 5, 6, 7 hours on material. And it's still hard to get, but, I'm not complaining. I just wish it was easier. But going back, I see people who, I watch a lot of motor vloggers. If you're not familiar with what a motor vlogger is, they're a person who rides a motorcycle and, just talks about their day. I see them and I see how that's their income, They're not working at what I would call a job, that this is their job. They ride a motorcycle and get paid through YouTube. Now, I'm envious of them, but, nothing's going to change about me. I'm not going to wake up one day and be able to go out and see well enough that I can, pass a driver's test and go out and be able to drive, or in this case, go out and ride. Plus, that was true, my mom, when my mom still wouldn't let me have a motorcycle, she'd have a heart attack anyway. So, but, that's one reason why I also wasn't feeling as great as, or my most juvenile, my most jovial person who I was. I saw a lot of things that I thought, man, if only. One of my friends doesn't have a job, but yet he's kind of miserable. He's locked in a house most of the time. He's got a little bit of money, but he can't do big things. And then also, there's some challenges there. There's a few intellectual challenges. And, we all got to be honest with ourselves and try to figure out what we can do. Now, I've been told that this is the road I need to go on. And, it shows. I know this is where I got to be. This is where I got to go. I got to go to college because you see me. I mean, maybe not in this light, but those of you who've watched my other vlogs know I'm not the greatest looking guy. And I'm not trying to get anywhere off my looks. Do I wish I could? Oh, you're darn right I could. But, it's obvious when you look at me. You can tell there's something a tad bit off. And, I'm disabled. I'm handicapped. Put your term on it. Not normal. And employers are going to know. So, of course, just going off what I have so far, a high school degree is not going to get me. It'll get me a job, but not the job I necessarily need. Not the job that I want. So I got to be here. But be at college. This isn't a dorm room, by the way. This is my bedroom. Those of you who've been around the channel, my veteran subscribers, my veteran viewers, as I'll call y'all, no, this is my bedroom. But, I'm not trying to be gloom and doom. I'm just saying, this is where I need to be. And trust me, I truly understand, everybody who complains about college or complains about where they've been. Like, high school wasn't always a party either. It wasn't until my junior year I started having fun, joking. I wasn't taking life so seriously. It was like, seed scholarship, all they want is a 2.5. I have that already, just sitting here. 2.5 GPA, yeah, no problem. All right, cool. So I'd sit in a class and I'd just joke with my buddy, just hang out with him. We'd talk about like cars and video games and stuff. And then I found out the news that, he was moving to Georgia. And that hurt me. But I'm like, you know what? I've already got enough crap going on. I already feel terrible and sad and depression's kicking in. I can't let that bother me now. I gotta have the better times. I gotta laugh with him. I gotta act like nothing's happening. So, my junior year, his senior year, I mean, it was bad enough because I knew he was going to graduate anyway. But, then he's moving to a whole nother state. hurt me a little bit, but and he and I still talk. Not as much as I wish we could, but you know, we still text back and forth. I find him on Facebook. I drop him a line every so often. So junior year goes around, and summer was cool. I did a lot of things. I experienced a lot. I learned how to ride a bike at 16, 17. I think I was 17 years old junior year. Here I am sitting like an old fart talking about time I can't remember, but taught myself how to ride a bike because I didn't when I was younger. I didn't have the time or the patience or the coordination. So that happens. Senior year rolls around, and I meet a new guy, the friend I have with the job, and he's currently got a job. We're like the best friends ever now. We always, not a week goes by where we don't talk or text or hit each other up on Facebook. But it's just I get envious of them seeing, oh well, he's got a job. He doesn't. But he doesn't have to put up with about 4 hours of homework or doing a Spanish video project. Now don't get me wrong, I enjoy doing videos, but like anything, once a hobby starts becoming work, it tends to get boring after a while. It tends to get tedious. It just stinks. That's why, like, heck, even the cars. That's why I'd never go professional and or try to sell off my cars or try to do special orders with cars because, those of you who've done not trades, but RAOKs where I say I'll hit you back, I'm not great at getting things out. I still got boxes stacked up, and that's from my car buddies anyway, but, So, just saying that I did owe you a vlog, let you know what's going on about, who I am, why I haven't been so upbeat. But I'm getting better, Spring's coming around. I might get some more opportunities, My independence isn't that great right now, but one of the things I'm thinking about, looking over, keep considering is I may be able to have a little bit more independence. And of course everybody's like, yeah! Somebody asks, hey, would you like to be able to do more stuff yourself? I'm pretty sure all of you will be like, yeah, I'd love to do that, So that's pretty much what's going on. That's as much as I can tell you. I don't want to say a lot because I have a feeling the more I say, the more I build my hopes up, and the less likely it'll, This is me building my hopes up, and the more it'll just come rolling back down. So that's why I don't want to say too much. But I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope maybe this, if you're not, I hope maybe this brought you up a little bit, made you feel a little bit better. I know personally it would have made me feel a little bit better. So, well, alright guys, I'll see you. Have a good one.